Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Final Fantasy draft here on the channel. We've opened up a Vincent Valentine, which is a very powerful card. I think I misread it the first time I saw it, but you put a number of counters on Vincent Valentine equal to a creature's power when a creature an opponent controls dies. So if you kill a 3/3, this guy turns into a 5/5, and then you can flip it into a trampler with lifelink. So really powerful card, great way to start a draft. If this wasn't in the pack, it's actually a very interesting pick because Vane's Treachery is a powerful removal spell in black, and Thunder Magic is a powerful removal spell in red. I think Thunder Magic in a vacuum is a better card because it's more flexible, easier to use, and can kill things pretty much of all sizes without having to have extra investment. But I do like black more than red at the moment, and so I think I would take Vane's Treachery over Thunder Magic, though it is close, as I said. And then Ash is great in blue-white artifacts. Valkyrie is also great in blue-white artifacts. If you saw my last draft video, you really should check it out. It was a sweet blue-white artifact deck where we were able to cast that card for just 2 mana many times, and so that's a pretty sweet thing you can do with that card. But we're on this draft right now, and our new rare is Starting Town, not a card that is a high priority in Limited. It's just going to come in tapped, and then you don't want to pay life, really, but it's like fine fixing. You can play it for sure. There is not a great black follow-up. I think Hectize is a totally solid card, but it's not one that I take in the first 3 or 4 picks usually because it's more of a solid card than a pull into a color. Evil Reawakened is a card that I don't love taking super early because it doesn't fit well into some of the black decks. Like a red-black deck can't use it as well. A white-black deck can't always use it as well. It's more of a green-black and then sometimes blue-black card. And even then it's a 5-drop, pretty replaceable. In this pack, I really like Rydia's Return if I was to draft a green-white deck. Also totally fine in a black-green deck. So I think we're going to take that here. Shantoto is a card that I love, but I don't really want to take it here because it's multiple colors, and that makes it a little bit trickier to use. Now, moving on to pick 3, we see as black cards another Hectize. I am currently on Hectize over Black Mage's Rod when it comes to black 2-drops, though this card has been impressive in aggressive black decks. But Hectize is a totally solid card. Then there is Eject, which is a nice blue card, pretty good uncommon, bounce something, draw a card, good tempo. There's a lot of tokens in this set, so bouncing things is pretty effective. Restoration Magic can be a good way to protect your powerful bombs. And then, speaking of bombs, there is Balam T-Rexor, which is a really nice top-end card, great in a green-black shell. Now, in this pack, for me, I think Eject and Scorpion Sentinel are honestly both pretty good blue cards. Scorpion Sentinel has been pretty impressive. I think I'm going to take the Balam T-Rexor, though. I think it goes well with the green card I already have, and is close enough to the Eject that I think it's worth taking here. I do think Eject is better like pack 1, pick 1, though, for example. Now we keep seeing these blue cards. So we've seen a couple of blue cards that we almost took last pack. Now there's a Lock Coal as well as a Dragon's Wyvern. So we would really like to play this Vincent Valentine. Blue-black could be a solid home for it. And so now I think we will take either the Lock Coal or the Dragoon's Wyvern. We could also completely abandon the black card that we have and just take something like Summon Primal Garuda, which is a card that could go into a green-white deck, which is coincidentally where Rydia's Return really shines, though it's not really where Balam T-Rexor shines. Here, though, I think it's early enough. I think I will take the Lock Coal over the Dragoon's Wyvern. I think it's close, but the lifelink really pushes this over the top for me, and so I think I will take it. Though I guess this is more flexible. I will take Lock Coal anyway. Now there is a Dragoon's Wyvern. We are seeing blue. There is also a Fatal Push, which is a great card with Vincent. Close pick. I love me a Dragoon's Wyvern, but I think the 1-mana removal spell is going to get the edge here. It's just so efficient and so hard to, replace. You can't really get 1-mana removal spells that easily. There's now Ninja Blades. So it makes a 2/2 on its own. Draw a card, then discard a card, then that player loses life equal to the discarded card's mana value. So you can deal a bunch of damage with that. And then there's also a Town Greeter as a 2-drop for a green-black version of the deck. Ninja Blades is one that I want to get more experience with. It seems at its best in red-black versus a green-black deck, though we do have some expensive cards. I think I will take Town Greeter over it. Because I don't really want 3-mana 2/2s in my deck that much. Now there's Resentful Revelations. We're just going to take the Gone Town of Ruin. I have been coming down on Weapons Vendor, but I do think it's really good. It plays out better than it looks, and so I think it's still worth taking. So seeing 1 pick 7 is a bit of a sign. Tifia's Limit Break can kind of steal a game sometimes if you like have 7 mana, or I guess 8 mana to triple something's power and toughness, like a Balamti Rexor, but generally medium combat trick. But getting a land is going to be really helpful for my green-black deck. Just lose less games to Mana Screw. Now we get a Grand Pulse Ochu. We are seeing a little bit more blue with the Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, and a little bit of white with the Fate of the Suncrist. But just getting another green card will fit nicely into my green-black deck. Help me buy more time to get to those late-game scenarios. Now, it's not surprising to see Valkyrie, but it does mean the Artifacts deck might be open. There's also a Summon Esperama, which is pretty good in a like blue-red spells deck. It can also fit well into just control decks like red-black control or something like that. We could take Sahagin. I think we'll just take the Fate of the Suncrist, though. Maybe we end up wanting to go there. Wow, late Shantoto makes me sad, but we will still take Evil Reawakened. It's a card that fits pretty well into green-black because you can fill your graveyard with something like Town Greeter. Now we will take the Black Mage's Rod in case we need 2-drops, which we don't currently have a ton of. It's a pretty solid card when you have Veins or whatever it's called to sacrifice things. Late Dwarven Castle Guard. But we'll just take the Ramen, and then Galacat is not a card we're interested in, but you never know. So it's looking like we're going to be green-black. There were some outs to be a blue deck at one point in the draft if we had navigated that direction. Wow, we got both of them. The Fang Fearless Lisi and the Vanille Cheerful Lisi. I think Vanille is significantly better than Fang, but Fang is still a solid card, especially in black-green. And there's a chance it wheels because it's not really a card that other decks use other than black-green. But we're going to be pretty happy getting a Vanille here. It makes cards like Town Greeter a lot better. I am liking Fatal Push, and I think Fatal Push makes me more likely to want a card like Instant Ramen in the deck. So that's good to think about. Rydia's Return, being used for return to permanents currently, but I really like the Vanille here. This card is pretty reasonable if you can get to 8 mana in your deck and you're playing blue-white, by which I mean it's pretty hard to do, and you probably shouldn't be prioritizing that super highly. Especially because it's like kind of like it just dies to a removal spell still a lot of the time. So, I mean, there's not that many removal spells that kill it, but it is still a card that's a little bit tricky to use. I don't know how I can be waiting for a pack because theoretically I should have just as much time to make a pick as the person sitting next to me in their seat because it was literally the first pick of the pack. So I don't understand how they could have like time to get a hold up of packs. Am I missing something? Maybe. Am I outraged? Only pretending to be. But I am nervous that something's gone wrong with the draft when something like this happens. Because, like, how do they get extra time with the pack? What happened? Does this person not have a pack? Oh my gosh. This pack just got passed. Oh no. Oh no. Don't break, Arena. Please, Arena. Okay. I don't understand how they got like a year with that pack. Am I missing something? I mean, the pack just started. Okay, so this card is mostly a black-red card, I think, where you have a lot of wizards in play. It's not really the card draw I'm looking for in this strategy. I think Clash of the Icons is pretty reasonable. I really like Garland, and I would love to get to draft this black-red aggro deck sometime to use Garland, to use cards like Circle of Power. But I think for now, we're just going to take the Clash of the Icons. It's a nice little removal spell that we can gain access to. We'll want to use it with like something like Balamti Rexor. And, yeah. It's kind of a weak pack for us, honestly. Now, we're really kind of starting to get into trouble here. We're seeing a lot of white cards. Maybe we passed too many black cards in pack 1. But we are kind of in dicey territory with our archetype at the moment. It's looking like green-white is a lot more open. We only have these like 4 black cards. But I don't really want to switch in pack 2. Even though Renoa is a lot better than Resentful Revelation. Because I really only have like 4 more picks to capitalize on this, and I'm giving up Vincent, so We're going to stick to our guns here, though it is dicey. And then we get a little bit rewarded, which is nice, with a Sephiroth's intervention. Feeling pretty good about my decision to stick to my guns here. Now, the next pick, there is a Gaisal Greens. Again, totally nice to be just like solid black-green deck and just get these good cards from my deck. I don't need the Black Mage's Rod. I'm presumably not going to have to run that. I'm also hoping not to run Instant Ramen, though it is a little bit better when you have Battle at the Bridge. And like Vanille to like buy it back, giving yourself more options is nice. But Gaisal Greens is a great little pickup here. Boom. Oh, I would love Fang. Fang is good with currently Resentful Revelation Flashback. No, wait. No, yeah. Just the Flashback. Flashback on this. Town Greeter's got good synergy with it. Vanille obviously has great synergy with it. Galleon Beast has synergy with it. Evil Reawakened has synergy with it. But I think we just need the removal spell. So we'll take that and then hope to wheel the other Fang from that pack that we opened. Lots of white cards. We're just going to take... We're not going to really be interested in Loporrit Scout. I guess we could take it, but we're going to be able to make playable. So let's just take this card on the off chance we want to splash it for some reason. Another Grand Pulse Ochu. We are seeing lots of white this pack. Even a little bit of blue. But Grand Pulse Ochu, totally solid defensive tool for these decks. If you think you can win the late games, it's a nice card to have in your deck. Let's see if Fang wheels. I don't think it will. Loporrit Scout came back. And then Gigantode. We'll take the Namazu Trader, I think, actually. Over the Gigantode. That's close, though. Actually, let's just take Gigantode. It's a big creature. It'll play well with Clash of the Icons. Yeah. Wow, late Magitech armor. I don't think anyone's really drafting white, it looks like. If we look at our deck, we're totally going to be able to get there on playables, so we don't really have to be too concerned. We'll take the Insomnia. There's some chance we might want that. There's also this guy, which I guess plays well with Vanille, Town Greeter. Yeah, we'll take the land just in case. And then we got an airship that we won't play. Okay, pack 3. Here we go. Lightning Bolt. Rydia's Return. Town Greeter. I really like Rydia's Return, but that's if you have a bunch of creatures in play. And we don't really have a ton of creature generation. Like in terms of like making multiple bodies with one card. Town Greeter, on the other hand, will like fill my graveyard up to make all my other cards better. Let's take the... I already have one Rydia's Return. Let's take another Town Greeter, fill out the low part of my curve. Now there's a Ninja Blades. So we already had the option to get that the first time. There's also Kuja. Kuja's very strong. We don't really have the tools to splash, but we could find them maybe. I think we'll just take the Ninja Blades, stay consistent, get a solid card for our deck. Jumbo Cactusaur. I think we'd rather have the Demon Wall than the Jumbo. It's just so expensive. And now we can get a Chocobo Kick over the Shinra reinforcements. We fill our graveyard decently well. Shinra's not a huge priority. Removal spells are. 10 creatures, 11 non-creatures. But some of these are current kind of creatures, so I think we'll still be fine. Boom, Balam T-Rexor, just what we wanted. Another card to go with our Evil Reawakened. And then we get a Bard's Bow. So another little tool in our tool belt. This card's also fine, but I'd rather get a Bard's Bow for now. I've been relatively impressed with the Summon Fat Chocobo. Though maybe I would rather have another Ochu or even a cornered by black mages. I think my curve needs a little bit of help at the top, and I already have the 2 Ochus at the bottom. Oh, that's a gift. Cloud of Darkness is a huge pickup, pick 8 for us. Great top-end threat for our deck. It gives us a lot more power. We wield the Rydia's Return. We'll take this over the Fight On. Because by the time we're casting this, we don't really care about the little mana discount, and the giving +3/+3 can be a huge swing. Okay, so what cuts do we want to make here? I think Loporrit Scout's definitely going to get the axe. And Summon Fat Chocobo is a great combo with the 2 Rydia's Return, so I'm going to play that. I have to make some more cuts, though. Instant Ramen could be an easy cut. Black Mage's Rod doesn't really fit the strategy that well. I don't have that many. I guess I have 3 instant, 7 sorceries. But I'm not that aggressive. Instant Ramen. I kind of like playing Instant Ramen here. The old Ochu came back. Ochus can maybe grind out a game, be defensive bodies, win in the late game by pumping. Gigantoad plays well with Clash of the Icons. It might not be a Clash of the Icons deck, though. Because we don't really have sagas, and fight spells are kind of tricky to use. Q-Troop Forayer is a lot better than the Loporrit Scout. Plays well with Town Greeter. Mostly that, though. Not really anything else. Gonna cut Clash of the Icons. This card's fine against Graveyard Shenanigans as well. I think Gigantoad might just be solid in our deck. Our top end is looking solid. Sure, we'll just take an uncommon to build the collection. Sure. Okay. So our deck ended up pretty solid. We have to make a few cuts. Our mana is pretty consistent. I think I want to cut a swamp. Because I have 2 Town Greeters, 2 Balam, T-Rexors. I'm going to be able to hit land drops, I think. And then I can cut the Q-Tube Forayer. And I can cut 1 Rydia's Return. And that keeps my deck fairly consistent. Gives me a lot of different tools to work with. And we can always make changes later. Anyway, I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you've been enjoying my videos, finding them helpful, educational, entertaining, any of the above, a combination hopefully, then Patreon is a way to give back to the channel and help me make more videos in the future while gaining access to bonus content like my card by card tier list and format thoughts document. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It makes a huge difference and I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We have a good hand. We're getting to see the action combo. Fatal Push plus Instant Ramen. The dream, as they like to call it. The Fatal Push killing a 2-drop is also a very likely outcome. Yep, that's gonna die. Beautiful. Town Greeter. Let's get a swamp. Actually, we can play this. Yeah, we'll be able to play the tap land. Not that it matters, but the life gain matters. Okay, Resentful Revelation. We'll take Evil Reawakened. I think we'll be able to mill over something solid at some point. I don't think we need a Grand Pulse Ochu when their best attacker is a flyer right now. The life gain from instant ramen is no joke either. Gotta be said, I'm glad I cut a land, but I am sad about my current draw of lands. But it happens. You just have to roll with the punches. This guy can block this guy pretty easily. I have this for the late game. They're cycling a Hill Gygas. Okay. That's a great draw. Kill the Ahriman. So you can give some stuff haste. Okay. That card's starting to grow on me a little bit. The double discard draw effect is pretty reasonable. It lasts as a creature for a long time. Remember, this thing's going to take care of itself as a problem this turn. So I can activate this at instant speed. Maybe I should have attacked them. But I am worried about them playing a big haster this turn. So I guess this is a 4-turn clock, and so I shouldn't really worry about it. But I don't have a good follow-up play, so I think I'm still in the defensive role. Like, if they play a Hill guy, I guess I'll want to trade. Interesting. Especially because they had the mana to cast it for the bigger mode, I think. So they could have just cast this for 7, I think. No blocks. That's a good draw. No need to get greedy here. We'll just take care of that thing. We can always reanimate our guy later. So this thing's going to go away next turn, so we can just take one more hit from it. Okay, Sephiroth's. But now this thing's in the graveyard, so we can bring it back later. We will take 4. We're at a decent life total, but we have this thing to help us. Flash this back. Let's see what we can get. Okay. Let's grab this. Get a kill spell. Especially one that's useful with the Town Greeter or the Chocobo. Shambling Seath. Okay. Definitely try to kill that. And then no attacks. Killing the CF is just a delay tactic, but if they don't draw a non-creature for a little bit, which could easily happen. Oh, there's the combo. That's why we're playing both these cards. So for now, we will be patient. We could use this to get back 2 permanents. So we could get back Gigantode and Demon Wall. Definitely kill this. Because they're just dead this turn, I think. 2, 3, 7, 12, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25. The trample and the +3/+3. It's build your own overrun. Nice. I'm very happy. I feel like I was in a good headspace that game. Very pleased. Okay, let's double check the deck. I think 1 Rydia's Return is a good sweet spot, because with that game, we could have gotten beat down if we had other cards in that slot. I think the lack of the Clash is fine. There's no cards in my sideboard that I'm really feeling the lack of, and then all the cards in the main deck seem pretty reasonable for now. So we'll keep it like this, and we can always make changes later. See you next round. Welcome to round 2. This hand is quite good. Similar thing to last time where we have Fatal Push and the Ramen. We're definitely going to cast Fatal Push if given the opportunity. It's a nice little mana advantage. It's a really good card. They're playing Ramen at instant speed, but normal speed. We have plenty of lands, so we'll take the Chocobo Kick. Our Ninja Blades is going to be interesting here. Titus, okay. We will play the Ninja Blades. So we can hit them for a lot if we discard this Balam, which we very well might do. Now, the thing about this situation is I'm kind of putting myself into a racing spot, but the Ninja Blades does like so much damage that I think I can comfortably race most things they could deploy here. And I have removal spells and life gain. So I've kind of got a lot of stuff that helps me in this situation. Normally, you'd want to discard like lands a lot of the time. But here I'm looking for lands anyway to hit my land drops, and discarding to deal 6 damage is no joke. So what do we know about my opponent's hand? They didn't have a 2-drop to play on turn 2, which is why they played the Ramen. Or they needed to hit land drops. They have the Titus. And then... Okay, so did they disconnect? What happened? Okay. Play my land first so I can attack them and discard and use Sephiroths if need be. I wonder if they disconnected. That would be unfortunate. We don't want to go Grand Pulse Ochu Chocobo Kick, because that would be exposing ourselves to them having an instant speed removal spell. The main ones that come to mind are Ice Magic in blue and Slash of Light in white that could deal with that. And those are both commonly played, especially in the blue-white archetype. And so I would expect them to potentially have one of those if they're holding up their mana like that. Though I think in this game, it looks like my opponent just disconnected or arena crashed or something like that. So we draw. I am going to ditch the T-Rexor because I have plenty of stuff to do with my mana for now. Play this. Then we will pass. And then we can flash in instant Ramen. Yep, they were just AFK, so we got the win. I think we were in good shape regardless, but still, we're into Platinum too. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to a third round here. Round 2 was a bit of a letdown, but this one will be much better, I think. On turn 1, we're not going to play the Ochu. We're just going to play the tap land so that we can play Town Greeter on turn 2, help hit our land drop, and then double spell on turn 3. Okay, here we go, Town Greeter. Do your best. Yikes. Town Greeter did not do his best, in fact. In fact, Town Greeter let me down. That was unfortunate. That's how it goes sometimes, though. You don't always hit, you just mostly hit. And having an equipment in play does make random 1/1s more useful. Okay, Summon Choco, playing it on turn 3 with no other creatures is not something I am afraid of. Here we're going to flash in Instant Ramen as a sorcery to try and hit our land drop. Beautiful. And my opponent, if they're canny, will probably realize that that's what I was doing. We're still going to play it like this, even though that thing can't attack, because if we draw a land, we can go Toad plus Ochu, or Vanille plus Ochu. And they only get 2 attacks with this. So it's basically like a 3-mana deal 6 potentially, if I'm willing to let that happen. Or if I play the Gigantode, it might just be a 3-mana deal 3, which is not a card you would usually play in Limited because it doesn't affect the board that much. So that's how we're viewing these Saga creatures a lot of the time. They have customized their lands. This is from Zendikar Rising. This is from Hour of Devastation. No, this is from Amonkhet. Because there's no, it is not Hour. Yeah, it is Hour of Devastation because it's like all normal and then the clouds come in. Hour of Devastation. Delivery Moogle. Okay. They get a White Mage's Staff. And if they attack me with the Summon Chokomoko, then we can attack them back with Ninja Blades. So it's like, honestly, a real debate. Okay. So we're going to miss our land drop, but I think I'm still just going to play the Gigantode. It's really hard. I don't really need the Vanille to get anything back in particular. I can't play the Balam T-Rexor anyway. And the 4/4 does hold back the Chokomoko. Chokomog. We're willing to take 4. It's very low in the grand scheme of things, especially because this thing can hit them for 4. Missing a land on Town Greeter was a big deal in this game, but we're still going to be able to bounce back. Grahatia, okay. That has to be creatures they control die, so this thing dying, so we have to kill this thing first. We can sacrifice Instant Ramen to make that happen. Unless we determine that, I think Town Greeter being in play is better for us than us having 3 life, especially because we can get this back with Vanille if we need to. Okay. I changed my mind. I think the 3 life is actually going to be pretty relevant here. It negates an entire attack from the Delivery Moogle. And this thing will be more effective. More cards in the graveyard. I think making them chump with this is still nice, but gives me an opportunity to sacrifice my guy, so I'm gonna do this. They can chump to save 4 damage, but they'll do 1 less damage. And I don't really need the Ochu, so I'll just use this opportunity to sack this, because then I can get it back with Vanille if need be. They have been hitting land drops, so they have an unknown number of spells in hand. That is truly unfortunate. If I had equipped, it would have worked out a lot better for me. Obviously, I didn't know they had this card, but I'm glad I saved the 3 life. I would love to draw a land so Cloud of Darkness can take out the Delivery Moogle. And I know I will draw a land eventually. That's like a given. It is funny. I notice myself when my opponents play slowly that I tend to try to play faster, and that's something I'm working on. So like I'm just like, oh, I want to just sack this, just sack this, just sack this, but you don't want to give your opponent extra information. Maybe they'll play around something. Here we're looking for a land. Beautiful. Cloud of Darkness takes care of the delivery Moogle. No attacks. Here we're going to take 6, which is a lot. This thing can buy back a Balamti Rexor or an instant Ramen. But remember, this thing will take care of itself. Quarrel, okay. Vanille getting back Cloud of Darkness would also be good. Okay, that's totally okay for me. They have 1 card left in their hand. I'm feeling really happy I gained the 3 extra life. Okay, Vanille. Is going to get back Cloud of Darkness. This guy will attack. I should have done this the other order, but that is how it goes sometimes. That's a trade I'm very happy with. So they can equip this to this, do 4 damage to me in the sky before I kill the Quarrel. Sure, we will play the Ochu out instead of equipping Ninja Blades. Equipping Ninja Blades was definitely tempting, especially to something like Demon Wall, but I'm going to use this to kill Quarrel next turn, I think. Interesting. Cycle a land, sure. And Ochu can start pumping itself once I get up to high enough mana, though I probably will be discarding those lands. And remember, this thing can turn into a 5/5 Menace. It technically has Menace now, but it's a defender at the moment. I really like green-black in this format. I think it's quite strong. I've had good success with blue-white artifacts, green-black, and blue-red. Those are like my 3 favorite archetypes at the moment. Though I also think that green-white has some really good stuff going for it. My current lower archetypes are black-white. I think black-red's also quite good. Black-white's a little bit lower for me. Blue-green, I have yet to see someone pull that one off successfully. It just seemed a little bit like, why would you do blue-green? There's like better things to do a lot of the time. Then blue-black seems solid. I had a good deck a couple drafts ago. You can find the video of that one. I think 2 days ago from this video. But that one was pretty successful. Kind of tempo control. It's like funny to say tempo control, but like depending on the cards I drew, I could be beating down with a 2/1 sprite, or I could be more defensive. Okay. We will still play out the Cloud of Darkness. Take down Quarrel. Ninja Blades onto Vanille. And I am going to have to discard a random card, but that's extra damage. And if I draw past a land, that's also a benefit. Oh. That's painful. Oh man, Light of Judgment. My Ninja Blades. As I said, every point of damage matters, so we will still hit them for 1, especially because this thing can become a 10/10. Oh man. That's rough. Okay. That's a great draw. Great draw. Ooh, let's go. Get back Vanille and Balam T-Rexor. No attacks. I'm in pure defense right now, because any of their creatures could potentially, like, kill me. If they give Gliot the equipment, I will definitely block it with my Cloud of Darkness. That's big for me. The Rydia's Return is potentially worth playing more copies of. Definitely just gain some life here. There's the Chocobo. I will take Cloud of Darkness. I know I have a lot of expensive cards here, but I'm just trying to prevent myself from losing to as many different combinations of cards as I can. And they scoop it up. Nice little win. Do we want another copy of Rydia's Return? It's been great both games we've drawn it, but I could also see early game situations where having two in my hand is a bit tough. So that's kind of the pressure point. I think I'm going to keep the one for now. I think it's a similar spot to Ramen, but Ramen's been really good for us so far. So we're going to keep the deck as is and see you next round. Welcome to another round. We're currently undefeated. We have to mulligan this, though. Without a green source this hand. Oh, no, we had the land cycler. That was an oversight on my part. I still relatively new to the set. That was definitely a keep, though. We had a forest cycler. I totally whiffed on that. Apologies for my mistake. We're going to lead with the Revelation. We will take the Rydia's Return here. Whew. Time to bounce back from that blunder. Okay. Get a Demon Wall. Interesting. Must be blocked if able. I think I may have messed this up. I could have also killed the token there. That would have bought me some time. It will take them to... Yeah. This whole round is a bit of a tough one for me. They're going to crew. Equip. Force me to block. Take Cloud of Darkness. I don't really want to play the Ochu, because I'm worried about them equipping and forcing it to block, like kill Vanille, equip, Ochu dies. Phantom Train. Okay, I'm not that afraid of Phantom Train. Gonna be real on that one. This is my first time really seeing Mass Immunity do its thing. Very interesting. I don't think Phantom Train's very good, though, so I'm feeling a little bit safer. Judge. Oh, so it'll trigger twice. Interesting. So I have 4 permanents in the graveyard, so if they sack the thing, look at 2 counters. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now I will play the Ochu, because if I play Rydia's Return next turn, I might be able to kill them. And at the very least, it can chump block the Masamune. Ahriman, okay. This is the problem with Phantom Train. They have to keep fueling it. Yeah. I will chump block. So, interesting. Send them to 4. Just gonna play my Geisal greens. And then I can use this to make any of my creatures lethal next turn. Fight on, okay. So they have to play Ahriman and then sacrifice the mana immune to the Phantom Train. But they still only have 2 blockers. So now I have 3 lethal attackers and they only have 2 blockers. Got the win. Nice, nice, nice. We recovered from our horrible mulligan. It's okay. Okay. Nice. See you next round. Welcome to another round. We will keep this. We have drawn Fatal Push a lot, which has been very good. It's definitely been pulling its weight. The Ochu comes down. Nice. That last game was a perfect example of why I don't like Phantom Train and why I don't like the Mass Immune artifact thing. Okay. Play land, attack. Play Bard's Bow. So this mills 2 cards and I can return a permanent. So I hit any land, creature, artifact. So I only have a couple instants and sorceries in the deck. So hitting both of them is very unlikely. So I think I will just play Vanille on curve. Keep the pressure up. They might have Syncopate. That's a bummer. If I just cast my Demon Wall. I still think I'm on the front foot this game. A weapons vendor, okay. We will play this before attacking. I think I do want Rydia's return. Then we'll go to combat. Attack with both. We're fine trading off the Ochu. Play Demon Wall. Maybe we didn't want to trade off the Ochu because we have Rydia's return. I'm planning on casting it for returning 2 permanents mode, but maybe I should have just kept the Ochu around because Scorpion Sentinel. That dies to a fatal push. Go to combat, attack. Might have to use their removal spell on this token. Yep, Ice Magic. A land would be a great draw because then Demon Wall becomes like an actual problem. Because then it's like if I draw a land, they could be getting hit by a 5/5. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Return 2 permanents. We're going to get back Vanille. And I think the Ochu. And Vanille can get back the other Ochu. Rydia's return has been so good. Again, I'm not sure I want the second copy, but I've loved it. Summon Shiva. Okay. So we are going to kill the Summon Shiva here. So this is going to basically cost 1 mana because we're going to bring it back to our hand. And then we bounce Forest, and then we can play Vanille. Actually, we can play Ninja Blades plus Ochu. And then Vanille can get back Ochu. Okay, they kill my token. Sure. Dragoon's Wyvern. Okay. I would love to draw a land just to activate Demon Wall. Interesting. And I will trade Ochu for a Wyvern. Or a cargo ship. Probably cargo ship if I was them. That's a good trade for me. Even though I do have equipment out. But Vanille can get back the Grand Pulse Ochu. And if I get to an extended game, I have this revelation that they won't be able to Deal with it. And I still have this 5/5 menace that they'll have to answer, and I can put Ninja Blades on it next turn, so they have to leave back quite a few blockers. White Auracite. Okay, that was a good draw for them. Good last card for them to have. Vanille. Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, the Chocobo. I kind of want to take the instant ramen. And play this. Okay. Because that gives me a nice little life total buffer if they do get too aggressive on me. Pixie, okay. Flipping the Jill is not good for me, though. It's quite poor for me. This game has gone pretty downhill, I would say. The white Auracite that they had was really not great for me. So I'm taking 8 next turn, at the very least. Gosh darn it, could I have bought a land? That would be pretty good. Target creature can't be blocked, so that can include the Shiva itself. Ochu Gigantode. Maybe it was greedy of me to try and draw, like, not just take an Ochu there. Because I guess I could have played double Ochu. Gosh, I'm going to be 1 life point short, aren't I? Depending on how they attack, I might still be in this. I need to draw land, I think. But spell would probably be good, too. Okay, it's kind of both. Kind of bad, though, because it costs me mana to use. Still, we have to do it. Have to find a land to get this Gigantode big enough to threaten them. So it essentially cost 1 mana total there. Then I can equip my Vanille. Then I attack with all 3. And because they don't know what I have, they have to block both the Gigantode and the Vanille. Or they can take from the Vanille and hope that I don't have a 3-drop in my hand or on top of my deck. So this card has to be blocked in their mind because it could kill them on its own. The Ochu can't be activated, though. And this had to attack, so that the Gigantode would have to be blocked. Or Vanille could kill them if they don't block Vanille and the Ochu. So they go to 1. This thing exiles. Exile Shiva, then return it. So they can return another non-land permanent to its owner's hand. So they can bounce something of mine. So I can just play Geisal Greens, or I can gain 3 life. And I think the 3 life is more valuable to me, so I don't just die to a combat trick. They have no cards in hand. And I have enough lethal threats, potentially. Oh my gosh, I forgot to activate my ramen. That's an error. Oh, that's a huge error. That was the whole reason I did that. I wonder if I'm dead because of that. If I lose this game because I didn't activate my ramen in response to this thing flipping, that would be a tilter. Sleep magic, okay? Gosh. So they kept it on top. That's a bummer. So... Gosh, this is going to lose me the game. This costs 6 to equip, right? Yep. So they have an answer. Okay. So now it's pure top deck for them. Do they draw an answer? Looks like they drew something. I'm going to lose this game because of this stupid ramen thing. Like my land just got tapped. Okay, Vanille dies. What a rip. We got our ninja. Come on. Hold. Yes! What a win! Tremendous. Oh my gosh. The food almost got me, but the life gain was too clutch. What a win. See you next round. Welcome to a very special round. We're 5-0 and playing against Numat the Nummy. This is one of those matchups I really want to win. Come on, Town Greeter, don't let me down this time. I need you. I want to win this one. Please. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh, this would be a good time to draw Vincent. We have not had Vincent yet, but Vincent would be good. It's a Hagen. That's pretty reasonable for us. The Sahagin was going to be an issue, I think. Okay. Sahagin, yep. Get back land and Demon Wall. Hopefully they don't get countered. Perfect. Perfect. This is where our Balam T-Rexor starts to take over. Hopefully. Okay, slight change of plan. We're gonna go 1. 2, 3. Hit for 1. And then we'll go double Balam T-Rexor. Because that way they can't get any extra cards. Oh my gosh, Newmont is a foe that I always want to defeat. Okay, definitely trying to trade here. It's very expensive to re-equip that. Oh, he is in trouble maybe. Or, alternative hypothesis, he has Leviathan. Hopefully he doesn't have Summon Leviathan, though. No, don't do it, please. Eject, okay. Sure. We're gonna keep gaining life. We're not gonna stop. Maybe I should have traded my 3/3 for the thing, but the Sahagin gets unblockable. Ice magic. Sure. Dreams of Laguna. So Sahagin's gonna be unblockable again. Gosh darn it. Oh no. This feels like the championship. Oh my gosh. The only thing I don't want to do is lose to my fellow YouTubers. I just really want to defeat them. I'm glad I Vein's Treachery's the first one. Okay, well, we're gonna put this one on the bottom now. We have to look for a removal spell or something. This is horrifying. I can't believe he chained this together to beat me this badly. And I know the Sahagan's going to be unblockable again this coming turn. He literally cast a 4-mana spell every single turn. Oh my gosh. Good game. My gosh. Oh my gosh. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do against this. Why? Oh my gosh. It's unblockable. I was in such good shape, too. I Chocobo kicked Graha Tia. And then he went, oh my gosh. Eject, Ice Magic, Ether Rescue Mission. My gosh. It was just unblockable the entire game. I guess I needed to be more aggressive somehow. I didn't have a good aggressive start. Oh my gosh. I went Town Greeter into... I guess the key turn was instead of killing Graha Tia, I had to play Balam. But even then, he was going to just do the exact same thing he did do. But it wouldn't have been unblockable, I guess. This thing just, every turn just got huge. My gosh. He literally spent an entire turn just equipping this, and he still got me. Oh, what have I done? Why do I always lose against my foes I really want to beat? Oh, man. That's such a shame. What am I supposed to do? Gosh. I feel like my deck is good. Just 4-mana spell, 4-mana spell. It's just like, gosh, darn it. He just needed to have like one less removal spell. My 6/6 could just stay in play. Oh well. Welcome to the bounce back round where we completely demolish some non-Numat the Nummy player because we can never crush the streamers. We can only get our line. I mean, because sometimes there's nothing. I don't think there was literally anything I could have done. I think I played that game pretty dang well, honestly. And sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and sometimes you just have to accept that and just move on with your life. But it just is unfortunate that it happens in the matchups I really want to win. Because when you play against someone else who's also recording, they then will post it, and then other people will be like, oh, I saw this from Nicolai's perspective, and he lost. And you're like, I want to be the one that's winning. And they're like, oh, I saw this from Nicolai's perspective, and he won. And I'm like, gosh darn it. Okay, okay. I think I will do it like this. Then next turn I'll play the Fat Chocobo. And then I'll play the Rydia's Return. And smash. Okay, protection from humans. Always relevant. It is funny that this can get proliferated in a way that is not beneficial for me. Oh, man. My bounce back game isn't gonna go the way I wanted it to either. I should be able to just like demolish this game, but Yawgmoth is such a messed up card. Town Greeter down. Okay. Heck dies. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of the Ochu. Because I want to draw a land so I can buff up these two guys. So, if I go, they're all trampling. So I have 3, 6, 9, 13, 16, 19, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25. And they have 7 toughness, so they can live at 1 if they block with everything. And don't have anything. That's a bummer. Still 18 damages. Nothing to, like, scoff at. They go to 3. So either Chocobo is lethal. If I draw a land, that is. And if I draw a spell, I draw a spell, so that's good as well. And this thing can only activate like 1 more time because paying the life is going to be a pain. So if I draw a land, I can make the Ochu lethal with the Bard's Bow. Judge. Eject. Okay. Sure. Not what I like to see. Attack with everything. They go block here. Block here. Your opponent discards a card and you draw a card. So this guy will trade for this guy. I should have done this the opposite order. They sacrifice Ject? That's craziness. Okay. I see, I see. Oh. assassin. Yeah, I gotta get back to Chocobo. Come back, fat Chocobo. We need you. Your work is not over, Chocobo. You may be fat, but next turn you will give all my birds trample, and with the aid of my resentful revelation, I will trample over for victory. Just 2 bodies, 1 card is huge here. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me! Oh my gosh. So I can get these up to 4, 8. So I have, okay, 6. So I have 4 of these guys. So that's 4 times 3 is 12. 18 toughness. They have 5, 10, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21 toughness. That's crazy. Choco kick. Oh my gosh, why? Oh my goodness, they're gonna win. I'm gonna lose this game. Didn't think that was even possible. Because now I don't have trample. They're attacking. Okay. If I can kill this Yawgmoth, I gotta kill the Judge Magister. They can proliferate, they can do all sorts of things. But I think this should be good enough. Actually, it might not be good enough, which is kind of funny. No, it does 10, because it's already assigned. Because they can't shrink my guy retroactively. Four creatures, 4 blockers. Not favorable for me. Horrifying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yawgmoth plus Proliferate is so messed up. I guess I got too greedy with the Rydia's return. I didn't expect to just get obliterated like this. Yep, that's game. We can't win this. Gosh darn it. 1 life. My bounce back game was not a bounce back game at all. We just got obliterated by Yawgmoth. Literally like any other card, and I think I can win this game. And Yawgmoth is just such a problem. My gosh. Just annoying. Oh well. Welcome to another round. Instead of a glorious victory against Numatanami and then a trophy immediately after, we've now found ourselves at 5-2, battling for our very lives in this event. Luckily, we've got a solid hand. But that's never stopped me from drawing poorly before. The Ochu and the Demon Wall. Gosh, that last game was so tilting. So tilting. Okay, Slash of Light, that's fine. I'm going to want to kill the Querl at some point. I think I would rather use Battle at the Bridge, the Fatal Push. Because this can kill something like a 6/6. Looks like they're mono white. I can't imagine another reason to play Adventurers in. We'll kill Querl now because I want to draw a land here, and then I'll be tapped out for the next few turns. Beautiful. And get me that swamp. Cloud of Darkness to kill something. Evil Reawakened back to Cloud of Darkness. Oh. Sure. In that case, I think I'm just going to Evil Reawakened my... No. We're going to stay disciplined. Stay disciplined. Stay focused. I don't want to go for the free win by trying to reanimate an 8/8 Trampler against a white deck. White is one of the colors that can deal with that very easily with another white Auracite or something. No. We will be conservative here. Get back our kill. Like, use this to get back our kills. Yep, so they had the white Auracite, so it wouldn't have worked. Now we'll go for it because we have nothing else to do. And they've used some of their removal already. Because they can only have so many white Auracites. I was tempted to activate this, but I did not. Because then I can hit them for 13 next turn and have a 2-turn clock on them. Versus if I do this, then I don't do anything. I have to do this the following turn. Gives them more time to find removal. Cloudbound Moogle. Looks like we're bouncing back. This is what NicolaiBolas does. He bounces back. Okay, Venat's gotta die. Chocobo kick. Look at me sequencing like a genius. Crunch. I've been pretty happy with Bard's Bow. The reach has definitely saved me a couple times. Crystal's Chosen, of course, my nemesis. If they want a 5-man block this, I'm okay with that. That's pretty reasonable for me. I have a 5-turn clock from this. This thing's going to be a faster clock. And this extra point of damage is actually relevant because it would lead to lethal for the next turn. With my Menace, without having to equip the Bard's Bow. Looks like we got the job done and we're heading to the trophy match again. My last 2 drafts, I've gone to the trophy match and emerged unsuccessful. This time we're going to get a trophy and it's going to be glorious. No. I thought they were saying GG because they had won or something. Okay. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I didn't botch that one. Okay. Nice. Got the win. Maybe I was supposed to go for the kill spell. I don't know. Anyway. Nicely done. I'll see you folks in the final round. That was kind of fun, but it wasn't very satisfying. Anyway, final round, let's get the trophy. Welcome to the final round. We finally have Vincent Valentine in a keepable hand. Discounting the one that we mulliganed, of course. That was totally keepable. Anyway, Vincent Valentine in action. We're going to go Resentful Revelation to find a 3-drop or something to play on turn 3. And then Vincent, and then try to take our opponent to the Stone Age with Vincent. Okay, Demon Wall is the perfect card for stabilizing here. Are we playing as mono white again? What is happening? Why are there mono white decks running around? That was another fantastic draw. Let's go, Grand Pulse Ochu. Let's go. You aren't Sahagins. You aren't unblockable. You can't hurt me now. I predict Vincent dies, unfortunately, but that's how it goes. He dies so that Balamti Rexor can live. If he doesn't die, well then, that's the ticket. Slash of Light, okay. Trying to preserve the life total. Vincent Valentine in the house. He's very fragile when he starts out. My opponent's a little bit color screwed / mana screwed. Yeah, there's no chance I'm ever doing this block. No chance, buddy. I think they would go Slash of Light if they had it on their turn. Though maybe I'm wrong. Do they have the destroy a tapped creature thing? Gosh darn it. Oh, man. I should have been patient. I literally was thinking they might have that card and that I can always just wait and flip him later. And then I got rushed. I got like, I'm not playing around everything. I'll play around nothing. Oh, gosh darn it. Kind of used my Chocobo. It's a waste as well. Now I can lose because they have 4 spells in hand and I've got 2 lands. So Resentful Revelation will help. It's just... it's tough. Side quest, sure. Crunch. Gigantode. Gosh darn it. Imagine if I just don't attack with Vincent there. They're in so much trouble. It's just the problem is I have no, like... it's not like they're holding up 3 mana with both colors and having hit their land drops. They, like, missed land drops. So I think it's generally correct not to do it. Anyway, what's done is done. Sometimes I think folks think I dwell on things. It's mostly just because those are, like, the interesting decisions, so I just talk about them ad nauseum while, like, random stuff is happening. Okay. They have a lot of problems for me here, because remember, this thing can sack an artifact to get everything a counter. So 3, 6, 9, 12. Luckily, I have that extra life point to work with. Though maybe it won't matter. Because I did not draw enough spells to win the game. Ooh. Sephiroth's intervention could be helpful. Though likely too little too late. I need to draw one more spell this game to finish it off. Still, a 6-3 record would still be fairly successful. It's just not what I'm hoping for. Oh, my word. Oh, gosh. The Ash is a problem. Oh, my gosh. I think we got him. Move to combat. 2 attacks. Kill the Quirrell. That was a crazy top deck. This would clinch it for me. They're tapped out. Sephiroth. Kill Ash. I don't know if this is a flavor win or not. The fatal push. The battle at the big bridge. And the... Yes! Trophy! Finally! We bounced back. Nummy defeated us. We were defeated by the person after Nummy. And then 2 more wins and we get the trophy. Redemption! Oh my gosh. That Vincent play will haunt me a little bit. Ooh, especially if I'd lost. The Vincent play, I think attacking there was correct. Probably, but it's hard to say. Oh man, what a victory for the good guys here. Every card played its part. Instant Ramen was clutch. The Ochus were very clutch. Battle at the Big Bridge, the final top deck to seal the deal. So much fun. And if you made it to the end of the video, in the comments section down below, leave hashtag clutch to let me know you made it to the end. Because even though we didn't win the one game that I cared about against Numat the Nummy, we managed to win the trophy and the clutchest battle at the Big Bridge and those removal spells down the stretch. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.